Okay, you know that feeling? You're staring at a blinking cursor, completely stuck. Maybe it's a high-stakes email to your boss, a massive university essay, or just a really important social media update. Well, if you've typed pretty much anything online recently, you've definitely faced the modern writer's ultimate dilemma. Right at your fingertips, you've got two absolute heavyweights of artificial intelligence, Grammarly and ChatGPT. Both of these tools promise to totally transform your writing, but, as we're going to see in this explainer, they go about it in completely different ways. And honestly, choosing the wrong one for your specific workflow could actually end up costing you serious time, money, and a whole lot of frustration. So let's dive into this and finally settle the score.
Because here is the real central question we need to explore today. It's not just a matter of which AI is technically smarter, it's about you, the human sitting behind the keyboard. Which of these tools actually makes you a better writer? We're going to put them head-to-head right now to find out exactly which one elevates your craft and, well, which one might just be doing a little too much of the heavy lifting for you.
To figure this out, we've broken this explainer down into 4 quick rounds. First, we'll meet the contenders. Then we jump into the feature face-off. After that, we'll look at choosing your ideal tool. And finally, we'll wrap up with the ultimate writing workflow.
Let's kick things off with round 1, meet the contenders.
In the blue corner, we have Grammarly. Now, think of Grammarly as the strict editor. Its entire philosophy is built around taking the words you have already written and just making them better. And what's really fascinating here is how its AI engine operates entirely friction-free. I mean, it works quietly in the background as you type. You don't have to constantly change apps or switch contexts. Its suggestions just seamlessly pop up right where you're working, whether that's Microsoft Word, Google Docs, or your everyday email client. It really is the ultimate real-time safety net for your grammar, spelling, and punctuation.
And over in the red corner, we have ChatGPT by OpenAI. Now, if Grammarly is the strict editor, ChatGPT is the creative partner. And what makes it the ultimate creative partner is its absolutely incredibly advanced GPT 5.5 model here in 2026. It is 100% focused on creation. You literally just type a prompt and it responds by generating completely fresh content right from the ground up. Need a blog post, a script, or an outline generated in seconds? Yeah, ChatGPT does that. It supports over 50 languages and even features this highly interactive canvas mode for inline collaborative editing. It doesn't sit around waiting for you to write, it writes with you, or let's be honest, even for you.
So now that we know exactly who's who, let's move right along to Section 2, the feature face-off.
First up is grammar and proofreading. And honestly, this brilliantly illustrates the massive difference in their workflows. On one hand, Grammarly offers these instant one-click corrections right inside your text box. But here's the real kicker. It actually explains the rules behind the correction. It teaches you why you made the mistake in the first place, which actually helps you improve your own skills over time. Now, conversely, ChatGPT can absolutely fix your grammar, sure, but it requires you to open up a brand new tab, copy your text, paste it in, write out a prompt asking it to fix the text, and then copy and paste it all back. Plus, it usually just rewrites the whole thing without ever explaining your specific mistakes. So for active learning and just pure proofreading speed, Grammarly is the clear winner here.
But, the tables completely turn when we look at content creation and tone adjustment. If you're staring at a blank page, ChatGPT absolutely dominates. No contest. It can generate complete drafts, brainstorm 5 completely different headlines in a second, and execute massive document-wide tone rewrites, like taking a highly technical, boring essay and instantly flipping it into a super casual blog post. Now, Grammarly does offer generative AI through Grammarly Go, but it's really built for much shorter text. Where Grammarly actually shines in this category is its tone detector. It gives you these fantastic one-click quick fixes to make an email sound, say, slightly more confident or friendly without needing to mess around with any prompts. So to sum that up, ChatGPT takes the trophy for full rewrites and raw creation, while Grammarly wins for those instant, on-the-fly tone tweaks.
Okay, let's talk about plagiarism detection and platform integration. Because what about trust, right? When it comes to originality and seamless integration, friction is literally everything. Grammarly Pro comes with a built-in plagiarism detector that scans your text against billions of web pages and academic databases, giving you a really precise similarity percentage. And it does this wherever you are already writing. ChatGPT, however, completely lacks a plagiarism detection feature. While it does generate fresh content from its massive training data, you still have to go find a third-party app to actually verify its originality. Plus, as we mentioned earlier, it requires operating in a completely separate tab or app. So for originality checking and frictionless integration, Grammarly easily takes this round.
Okay, so the score is bouncing back and forth. Let's head into Section 3, choosing your ideal tool.
If we look at the 2026 pricing landscape, the value propositions become super clear. On the free tier, you've got Grammarly's basic spelling and grammar checks going head-to-head with ChatGPT's GPT 5.3 instant model, which, yes, now runs with ads. If we step up to the entry paid tier, Grammarly Pro comes in at $12 a month if you pay annually, while ChatGPT's Go plan sits at a very accessible $8 a month. Now, at the standard paid level, which let's face it is where most professionals sit, Grammarly is $30 a month on a month-to-month basis, while ChatGPT Plus is $20. And of course, both of them scale way up to high-end enterprise or pro tiers. The big takeaway here, it's essentially a tie for overall value. It completely depends on whether your primary daily task is editing existing text or generating entirely new concepts.
So, where exactly do you fit in? Well, if you are a student or an academic writer, Grammarly is absolutely your best bet. That's because of its strict error detection, clarity enhancements, and of course that all-important built-in plagiarism checker. Interestingly, for non-native English speakers, Grammarly is also highly recommended because it explains the grammar rules as you type, which actually helps you learn the language rather than the AI just doing the work for you. On the flip side, if you are a blogger, a content creator, a marketer, or a copywriter who needs to churn out high volumes of ideas and rough drafts rapidly to beat writer's block, ChatGPT is undoubtedly your champion.
But wait, what if you didn't actually have to choose? This brings us to our final section, the ultimate writing workflow. Get this, 75%. According to a major 2026 study, that is the massive reduction in traditional writing time when you combine both of these tools, while simultaneously enhancing the overall quality of the final content. Seriously, the most successful professional writers today aren't sitting around choosing between Grammarly and ChatGPT, they are uniting them into one powerhouse system.
And here is exactly how they do it. This is the exact 5-step workflow professional writers are using right now to get those crazy results. Step 1, you use ChatGPT as your creative partner. You ask it to brainstorm ideas, structure an outline, and blast right through writer's block to generate a messy, brain dump first draft. Step 2, you take that draft and paste it straight into your preferred writing tool, like Google Docs or Word. Step 3, bring in the strict editor. Let Grammarly sweep through the text to check for any grammar errors, refine the overall tone, and run that vital originality check. Step 4. Now, this is absolutely crucial. Don't just accept everything blindly. Adjust Grammarly's suggestions so the piece retains your unique human voice. And finally, step 5, publish or send your document with absolute confidence. You've just used ChatGPT for raw speed and Grammarly for perfect precision.
Which brings us to our final thought for today. You see, the AI revolution isn't really about finding one single magic tool that does absolutely everything perfectly. It's about building a system that empowers you to do your absolute best work. ChatGPT gives you the clay, and Grammarly helps you sculpt it into a masterpiece. So, knowing what you know now about how these two tools perfectly complement each other, are you ready to stop choosing sides and start building your ultimate AI tag team? Definitely think about that before you sit down to write your next big project. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and keep learning.